Okay, let's talk about Barbarian. I made a Barbarian called Hakbar. Uh, he is. This is everything softcore. A Barbarian is a fighter, which sounds simple, but in reality, a fighter is level 80. Let's see, going into Nightmare. Um, Paladin, yeah, the Paladin is very simple, but Barbarian is, uh, it has so many options, which are ultimately very weak, um, unless you do the right thing. So it is not a start character, uh, or you will regret your build and hit several walls. Um, so the best starter character for Barbarian, um, it is in fact throwing axes and throwing Francescas, which are also axes, I think. Yeah, axe class. Uh, which means that even though you find fantastical swords, you should stick to axes. In combat masteries here, I put several points into blade mastery, which I regret. And it should all have been in axe mastery. And then because you throw these things, this is mace, and spell arm, and throwing. So I would have, in hindsight, put all my points into axe and throwing, which I'll do in a minute. The Barbarian has natural defense, which is a resistance to all. And every point that you put in there is so 23 gives you a resist all of 69. With a base of 19, I can only put 20 points into it. Then Iron Skin is also great, of course. But the to make maximum use of of axes, you don't find very good axes in the beginning, so it is recommended to start with another character like Paladin or Holy Fire Paladin or summon a druid and gather up everything, all kinds of stuff for your Barbarian. So, for example, I have here the Crown of Thieves, which is a nightmare item, Nightmare Terror Zone, I think, and a plus amulet. You find those, plenty of those. Preferably a yellow one because they give extra affixes. So, for example, this one is half freeze duration. Bone weaves you find in Nightmare, and you can socket with a socketing recipe or Larshook. And with a bit of luck you have 3 sockets, and then you can create myth. And Lacerator is a hell only item, so I did not find it in Nightmare. But you can just as well use another throwing item like the Scalper, which is a Nightmare item. Then some kind of belt that has various resistances. And what did I have here? Venom Grip. If you go into hell, then you need crushing blow, and chance of open wounds, and critical strike, and slows enemy. Because these 4 skills, they are independent of the resistance penalties. So it's the only way to kill off the bosses. So here is crushing blow, so that's good, and this one gives, yeah, the life stolen per hit does not work well in hell difficulty, because the life stolen, there is a monster stat that prevents you from making full use of life stolen. Certain venom lords, they are immune to that, and some skeletons are, you only get half of it, so life stolen per hit doesn't work, but open wounds works, crushing blow works. There's nothing the enemies have against that. So this Gore Rider, it's a nightmare. It's a nightmare boot, but you need to exceptionalize it with exceptional. And I don't have many skillers, as it is called. So charms that give a +2 skill. This is a simple faster run walk, and the adding of elemental damage is because I use melee or ranged, and at least normal damage, so the fire damage applies. Some life, +1 to combat skills. These things are pretty rare, but you can find them. +1 to masteries. So that's the only thing I have. I don't have Annihilus or Sunlight Charms, very simple things. But still, you can do pretty well in Nightmare Terror Zone. For the... yeah, that was all I think. The rings then. All resistances +12. And all those resistances +13, very simple. You can find these in Nightmare Terror Zones as well. They are not rare, so you can just sell off anything below 10 until you find something better. For Mercenary, because this is yeah, maybe it should be an Act 2, but this is a simple edge, and shaft stop is I think a hell item, but you can also put it in rune words, doesn't really matter. I just found a shaft stop, and it gives physical damage received reduced by 30%, +60 to life. Didn't pay much attention to it. And some kind of mask. The whole point of this mask was the slow target. This is an ice rogue. So if an enemy shatters, then it will not drop items. That's a slight negative, but at least you slow them down. If they get frozen or chilled, then you can finish them off with your Barbarian. That was my reasoning behind it. Okay, now let's show some gameplay. So let's put in, I don't know, like difficulty 7. The Cold Plains Cave has terror zone, so let's go to Cold Plain Caves, and you can recognize it because of the three things here on the left, and because it shows in some kind of purple. It doesn't imply that the Cold Plains itself is terrorized, but just a cave. But I see that the entire field is terrorized. Now, for the shouts, of course, the Barbarian is a group guy, but he can shout. So I put in all the buttons here, 6 random monster shouts, and just button bashed it. So at level 7 this is the effect. And these curses are from the lesser retro, so you don't have them initially. And the reason why he doesn't lose any hit points is because of the life steal. I mean, he does have some life steal. If you want to go into life steal, then do it well. So here you see all the things: 43 chance of open wounds, chance of crushing blow, prevent monster heal. This is the stuff that you want. Deadly strike is what you want. What is it? Life steal. I thought replenish plus 14 and 16% life stun per hit. So it doesn't really hurt the monsters, but you gain some life back. Stashes are a problem. As you can see, as I recommended, always fill up everything to the brim with full rejuvenations.